Hey, right at the top, we have something to start with.
Your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down.
Stop. We got an order. We got a sequence.
That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down. Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl?
We are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman,
I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to strike those words.
What you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just.
Baby, listen.
I can't even begin to describe the gaggage.
Let's be clear. Let's be absolutely clear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call her Senator Crockett.
Jasmine.
What's that? Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Jasmine Crockett from Texas.
Right. She's Senator Crockett.
Representative Crockett.
Excuse me. Thank you, Representative Crockett. Excuse me. Ate this young lady's ass up without no motherfucking crumbs, and bitch, the way she strung that together, I said, bitch, listen, some gay man is sitting there saying, oh my God, I'm so proud.
Exactly. And like, that's my good girlfriend right there.
I done raised my hand. Oh, I'm so proud. Somebody's so proud. But listen, the funniest person for me in this entire video, the actual footage when she called her a bleach blonde, the representative that was back,
Jamie Raskin, he was like,
he was trying not to let. Baby,
he was just like, fuck it, I've lost it now. And
that
out laughing.
That was everything for me. That he made, and I was like, oh, he couldn't stop but laughing. Oh my God, he cannot. He cannot. Well. Hold up. Mrs. Sugar Snap. Lord, I declare. Whoo! Okay, I'm gonna come back to you, Sugar Snap. We're gonna go ahead with the rest of the news.
I need you all to know and get into the fact that when you see me at DC Capitol Pride in a couple of weeks, as I am marching in the parade, I am going to have an orange shirt that says bleach blonde, bad built, butch body on it. So I just need you to be ready for it.
Listen, if listen, we're going to need to pull this off. We're going to need to have some blonde hair somewhere or something.
It's too hot for all of that. The shirt is just going to have to be on the side.
All right. Okay. Well, all right.
The shirt's already ordered. It's arriving on Friday.
So that's from the Crockett, the MTG Crockett collection or whatever.
Well, no, I actually just had one made, but I did see, because I didn't know, Jasmine Crockett has already moved to have that shit trademarked. I was like, yes. Bleach on, bad build, and the way it just rolled off her tongue so effortlessly.
Right.
Either she is just an old nasty, shady homo, lady homo, or she been calling to say that behind her back for years.
Or she already has she has a dedicated homosexual because she is a dedicated hag and has learned at the foot of the master.
Yes.
I swear to God, that was definitely one of the children.
It's probably the same one that does her lashes and her hair.
Come on and give it up for the hairdresser that taught her how to read.
Right. Anyway, so how's everyone doing? I see Eccentric and shit. Terry,
see Grace, and we see Desmond, we see
and
Lola
and Dylan.
But wait a minute. Again, I'm gonna have to go ahead and single my listen. Mrs. Sugar Snap. Oh
hey,
my
Mrs. Sugar Snap.
God. Do y'all understand? Listen, do you understand the love? Listen, Mrs. Sugar Snap, don't you go that long. I hope everything is all right, but don't you go this long for not tuning in, girl. We miss you. We holding the space for you. Now come on, girl.
Right.
Devin said B6 for the win. Oh, you know what?
Yes. Baby, that's every week is like a new hit. First it was bend that ass over, let that coochie breathe. And then Yell Drizzy. Because listen, I'm telling you, right now, even as we are talking, I mean, we're talking and we're having a good time, but that is literally playing in the background in my mind at like all times.
So I don't know if it is my system, but you sound muffled. And when I say muffled, meaning that there's something in between your voice and the microphone. To me.
My mic, I'm right. My mic sounds nice. Check one.
Like you didn't get clearer or louder.
Sounds nice. Check one.
That sounds a little bit better, but it sounds better.
All right. No, maybe I needed to plug the cord in fully. That always helps a little bit. So that'll do it. So that'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Okay. Well, all right.
So
yes, it wasn't that he didn't sound clear. It just sounded a little bit more muffled on my end. And so it might have been my end. But
no, my mic literally was not fully plugged in. So
okay. Okay. Well, all right. Okay.
All right. So let's dive right into it. How was your week? That you can share with the public.
My week was really good. I had a challenge this weekend,
and
it was concerning someone very dear to me. And I, of course, raced to be by their side and make sure that they were all good. It has made me definitely more. What's the word I want to use? I'm already impatient, but I guess at this particular point, I guess I'm sympathetic or empathetic towards other people when they start feeling impatient about certain things.
Yes.
But I had a moment because I was really just trying to reevaluate how do we even get here. And I think that's the issue because I feel like at a certain point, at my age, there's some things that I just don't necessarily want to be doing or want to have to be concerned with. Yeah. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say. But, it is what it is. But all in all, it was still a good weekend. And I sent a shout out to Grace because Grace was right there by me and she was listening to me as I was talking about a few things and kind of venting on a few things. But, you know, it is what it is. But thank you, Grace, for just being. Thank you for being a friend. Yeah, all that. But besides that, it was good. I had to finish off some other stuff for the trip or whatever, and but yeah, but it's all good. Everything. Say it again.
Did you get your plane ticket yet? Did you get your plane ticket?
No, didn't do my plane ticket. Don't squirt.
I gotta buy mine too. So I'm buying mine this week.
I didn't buy my ticket yet, but that is on the list. There's an order in which I want to do that. So first we got to go ahead and split the other things with what's his face, but that's another story. But I also know that my time is limited to make sure I get the best value. So listen,
first question. I have a question.
We're not entertaining any questions on this live broadcast.
I have a question.
We are not entertaining any questions on this live broadcast, sir.
Question. I have a question.
I'm sorry, BBL Drizzy's playing in my head.
You know I'm messing with you. Yeah, but I need to book my plane ticket this weekend as well. At least the plane ticket to, and then next week I'll book the plane ticket back. And
so we on the same page. Listen, my purse is probably about this big now, so that's why I'm trying to. This is my little purse, it's about that big. So yeah,
we'll get it together. So anything else fun happening?
You know, it was just a fun week. You know, a lot of fun now for me is really doing what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. So when I sit at home and I watch TV, you know, that's fun to me. Like I can get into that. And you know, I did have. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out. I did have a little DNA appointment this weekend that kind of came through and rang the bell.
Thank you, Devon. I have a question.
Devon. Oh wait, excuse me.
I have a question.
There's a question on the floor. Go ahead.
Hi. This is Dominion from the National Enquirer, and I just want to know, do you have your passport?
My passport is still at the passport office, and they are figuring that out, whatever that
is. Because I was thinking about something. I was like, if this bitch hadn't even sent off the passport yet, I was going to come to this phone and murder you on live TV.
But listen, and then what pissed me off with that is by the time I paid the extra expediting fees and all this shit, this is a $250 excursion. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers. I had to do the picture and then cut the picture again and do some measure.
But we are going to have so much fun.
Yes, but I am. I just got to break this up. We have to. Oh, that's right, because we got that text message. We have to
we'll take care of that. That part is taken care of, and now
no, I got that. I wanted to make sure because then we have to talk about that. Well, we talked about it before. It's offline. But yeah, we'll get it together. I'm not concerned about any of that shit.
Yeah.
But
so what now?
No, go ahead.
Oh, so you know, I was supposed to have a little date service on Friday night, but he canceled, as I figured that he probably would. But I was fine because I was ready to go to fornication.
I want to go to fornication.
Right. I want to fornicate. So fornication is a party hosted by a porn star named Ray Dalton and featuring other porn performers and, you know, OnlyFans and stuff. And it was going to be held on Sunday afternoon at the Glory Hole. So I was all ready to go. Baby, I had my you don't need a whole lot of clothes. I had my fancy mesh underwear on and ready to go. And then the shit's supposed to start.
Hold on. You was wearing drawers? What happened?
You gotta wear something to walk into the joint and walk around. I don't necessarily walk around with my dick out the whole time. I mean, I have a little modesty, goddamn.
I mean, so we just gonna act new now in 2024. Okay, all right. Well, come on. All right, come on. All right, go
I mean,
ahead.
I got the little handkerchief that I tie around my thigh and pull the junk over to one side, because I'm classy. So at about 4:00, I get this message. Oh no, actually it was closer to like noon. So I get this message from them that the party had been postponed to July because they had a fire in the kitchen of Glorious Health and Amusement. And I was like, they have a kitchen in Glorious Health and Amusement? Who is eating food from who is buying food from the glory hole?
Well, they also have an art museum or an art display in the Glorious Health. I mean, listen, I'm repeating what they said is going on.
Yes, it is an art. Well, no, let's be clear. It is actually gay art. Gay art of naked men, dicks and buttholes and stuff like that. So is it an art gallery? Yes, but it's not the Louvre.
Well, listen, now the funniest thing on the planet is some of the artwork that I remember from the little club on P Street or whatever. Is it P Street, 14th Street, whatever, what's that, the crew club or whatever? They're like pencil drawings of men's bodies. Like,
no, that was the glory hole.
No.
Downstairs?
Glorious Health Club is the glory hole. Now, are you talking about Glorious Health Club that's over on West Virginia Avenue?
Yes.
Okay. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one that's on P Street or 14th Street. That's the crew club.
It was on 14th Street before it moved over to P Street. It was downstairs, and upstairs was the Follies.
That was on O Street, not P Street.
Sir, I literally lived right across the street from it.
I know, but I thought that the glory hole was literally that was O Street. That's what I thought it was.
No, that's P Street.
Okay. All right.
So it was Ziegfeld's, which was a one-story club on the corner.
Right.
Next to that was a two-story building. On the ground floor was Glorious Health and Amusement. And upstairs was the Follies.
Right. But
with
then
the movie theater.
But there was another one when you go over, that was another one that was upstairs. It was not the movie theater, not the Follies. It wasn't that one. It was a whole different one. The one that had, because listen, I like that one because it had rooms and I can go in my room and I can do all I want to do in my room. That's what I'm saying. That's what right. Not the Follies. That was the booths and all. I'm not talking about that. But what I was saying is the crew club, the one on 14th Street, not the old one. I'm talking about the current one, whatever they're calling themselves now. They had some pencil drawings in there of some men. Not pencil.
Yeah, they do. They do. Or the last time I went there, they did. Yes.
I think it was like pencil and watercolor, but they're beautiful the way they are put together, and I always liked them. So I'm like, damn. So I would love one of those. But yes.
So other than that, my week has been very sort of quiet. I had honestly been looking forward to going to that party and having a good little time and getting it in, having big fun with some wretcheds. But no, that was not to be. So it'll be something to look forward to when I get back from Europe. So hopefully I'll be too drained and my penis will be broken.
We don't want a broken penis.
Not literally broken, but
it'll be.
I'm hoping by the time I get back on that plane from Berlin that I will be shooting dust.
Okay. All right. So we'll go. Okay. All right. So listen, I was explaining it. Actually, I was talking to one of our brothers. I was talking to what's his face, Scrappy. He called me out of the blue, and I was.
How's he doing? I heard he wasn't feeling well.
Yes, he's fine. He's fine. But yeah, we were talking about that, and I kind of got excited because I was like, "Oh, bitch!" I was like, "Wait a minute," because the last thought that way, bitch, I can come home. I can really be tired and then just be like, "Fuck this shit." I'm going home. Bitch, I ain't got nothing to do. I pack my bag before I go out that night and come back that next morning and just grab my bag and roll out with the stench of anything else that's still on me and get to the plane like, I'm here. I'm here. Don't let this bitch pull off yet.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, just in general, racing back to the plane after being out all night in Berlin and all that.
Oh, yes.
That's what I'm thinking about. Just thinking about that. Thinking about the debauchery and the nastiness. The nastiness.
I'm ready.
I mean, I might even come back with an accent. Who knows? I don't know.
Like Tina Turner. Like, hello, everyone. Hello, my name is Epic.
Epic Onyx.
Epic Onyx. And I grew up in South Philadelphia.
I did not grow up in South Philadelphia. I grew up in North Philadelphia.
Sorry, North Philadelphia. No. You're British now, so you would say I grew up in the north of Philadelphia.
I grew up in the north part of Philadelphia where the majority of my family.
No. So people from London, like they say north of or south of. So you would say I grew up in the north of Philadelphia.
And that's what I just said. I said I grew up in the north of Philadelphia.
That's not what you said. You said I grew up in the north part of Philadelphia. That's actually.
I said I grew up in the north.
This is being recorded, so you know.
It is being recorded. So go back. Clean your ears out.
Darling. Just pay attention next time. You know.
So in any event, I am now back, and I have an accent, and so this is what I'm going to do. It's a very nasty accent. You're going to ask me where I spend all my time.
It's just a generic European. It's kind of muddled. It's a little Spanish. It's a little British. It's a little German.
It's just an accent. That's all it is, sir.
It just sort of comes and goes. Okay, got it. It's lovely though.
Would you like a spot of tea?
Okay, so it's British now.
I mean, it's listen. It's just an accent. That's all that it is.
It's continental. Very good. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you very much.
So my week was not a whole lot happened. So and you know, this weekend is Capitol Pride, and honestly, I don't know that a whole lot is going to happen. My energy for Capitol Pride, for Black Pride is low.
Can I just say, I was gonna say I'm tired. But again, I've been to 157 prides in 18 different states, and you know, but I'm gonna go on out, show my face, you know, because the kids will write you off in a heartbeat. Like, have you seen such stuff? Child, he died. No, bitch, don't drop me off. No, bitch.
Right. Oh, speaking of which, yes, Lola, Black Pride is this weekend. DC Black Pride.
Indeed. Memorial Day weekend.
Someone, and they didn't give me their permission to say their name on air, but a friend of ours from Cleveland is here this weekend, a pup.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and he said to let you know, make sure that you knew, because he wanted us to hang out. So I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm fine with going out. And like one other person asked me what I was doing. I said, I'm sure I'll probably go out a little bit, but most of the time I tend to sit at home.
Yeah, like, listen, somewhere after, God, I'm going to say, if I just say DC Pride, we're talking about 30 years, maybe like 30 years of prides that I've been to. Then we start talking about other cities. We start talking about between DC, we start talking about Philadelphia, we start talking about Pittsburgh, we start talking about Chicago, we start talking about LA, we start talking about Atlanta, we start talking about where else? New York City. I think I'm missing something. A bitch is tired. Like I have fun, but a bitch is tired.
Between 2000 and 2010, I went to every DC Black Pride and every Atlanta Pride. So you always knew where to catch me on Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day. But in 2010, I was like, I'm over these hoes, because it was just getting boring to me. And there was one too many times where it was like raining half of the weekend and shit. So I was like, girl, fuck all of this. And that was why in 2011 also happened to be my 40th birthday. And so I celebrated that shit all year. So every month I did something that I hadn't done before.
Okay.
And the May thing that I hadn't done before was go to IML. So between 2011 and 2019, I went to every IML, and then I had 2020 IML was canceled. 2021, I think it was canceled too. And then 2022, I'm not going this year because we're going off to Gallivant in Europe. So it's like, girl, I don't have so much money. So
yeah, no. That's why I'm like, I got a phone call from somebody. It was like, oh, I was like, girl, listen, that's what I need.
I don't know that I have any friends that would even be foolish enough to call me and ask for I need, because I'm like, you already know the answers to that question.
I need. That's what the fuck I need. Like, bitch,
right.
But
so like I said, I mean, I feel like I could be convinced to go out and, because see, the thing is that all of the spots now, like I was just looking at the little flyer from whatever his name starts with an X.
Xavier or whatever.
Xavier, yeah. And I literally, this is not about Xavier or him personally. None of these events just looked all of that entertaining to me, because I mean, again, I'm kind of past the point of standing around and, well, most of these clubs are going to be playing, hip hop music, and I'm leaning into my old man phase, and so I'm like, why is this music so loud? Who is this? What?
Ladies and gentlemen,
so expensive.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dominion Onyx. This is Dominion Onyx imitating Epic Onyx whenever I'm out.
No, this is Dominion be like, bitch. 5 minutes after we get there, bitch.
Like, meet you downstairs at 10:32. Is that what?
Right. We get there at 10 o'clock. You be like, all right.
10:32.
We're gonna give it 45 minutes, and you're gonna be like, 45 minutes. I'm like, shit.
45.
We got here at 10:30. We gotta stay till at least midnight, but we're gonna leave at 12:01.
So we can make our way to the coat check at about like 11:45.
Exactly, and then get there to the Denny's before. Oh no, it's Pride weekend, so we'll be at Annie's. But yeah, so I'm just like, girl, I know if I go to any of these events, first of all, they're going to cost an arm and two legs. And I feel like I'm not really going to be like jazzed up about whatever is going on.
Come on, Devon. He better quote you.
What did he say?
Go ahead. Look at his comment.
Yes, that's exactly what I say. Bitch, I'm hungry. You ready to go eat?
Like, ready to go eat? Like, what we doing, bitch? He's like, okay, all right.
Right. So, I mean, all of these things don't necessarily look super fun to me. And, I just want to be clear that Epic and I have stayed the same. It's the boys that have gotten younger.
Yes.
And so, I can lean into a daddy phase and whatnot, but just generally, now I'm funny like that though, because if I can tell you right now, if we decided for some reason that we were going to go to Pride in Atlanta for Labor Day weekend, I will be down and ready to go out every night. It's just here's what it is. My bed calls to me from across the city. Hey, bitch! My bed is classy. It was like, hey, bitch. Hey, girl. Can't you just imagine? Can't you remember? Can't you just, you're gonna take a shower, right? And then you're gonna get in the bed and you're gonna lift the head of the bed up. And then you're gonna watch YouTube videos for a long time. And then you're just gonna sink down into me. And it's just gonna feel so good. And you're just gonna sleep. And then you're gonna get that good sleep of nothing to do the next day. So you don't have to set an alarm or anything.
You making me sleepy already. You making me sleepy already.
So the bed just be calling me when I'm at home. But what I'm telling you, if all of these events were going on in Atlanta or New York, I'd be like, first club, second club, third club, fourth club. Now we going to TikTok diner. Now we get 4 hours of sleep. Now we get up the next morning. We go shopping. Baby, when I'm traveling, am I lying? When we travel, baby, I am up and ready to go and ready to mingle. Cause my bed don't. The bed waves don't travel that far. See, the bed waves don't travel more than like 30 miles.
The bitch travels, sets a motherfucking clock. She wants to start the day at some 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, bitch, we on vacation, bitch. Who gets the fuck up at 8 o'clock in the morning, bitch? The fuck gets up that early?
Right. When, you know, because like when we go to New York City, I'm like, well, girl, we got to get up because I mean, we got shit that we need to do. I mean, you know, I want to get something done so I can come out and get a disco nap and be up all night. But, you know, at home, I'm like, yeah. So like Memorial Day weekend, I'm gonna be like, I feel like I'm gonna want to go somewhere where it's free, so I won't feel so bad about leaving after like 45 minutes. So like, even though it's gonna be super crowded, I'd rather go to the fireplace, stand around for 45 minutes, have a drink or two, and then dip, and then be like, okay, I had fun at Pride, and that's that.
Listen, I'm all for motherfucking free events during motherfucking Pride. Because if you all don't know, baby, Pride is fucking expensive.
It is. And, you know, again, you know, I mean, listen, I don't want to sound like a total curmudgeon. I mean, I like hip hop music. I really do. We grew up with the invention of hip hop music. But, you know, it's just not my thing as much anymore. And, you know, if there, I would say if there was a spot, if the not the fireplace, but if the mill was still around and like Cedric was playing for Memorial Day weekend, then it would be an entirely different story. In fact, I need to go on Cedric's Facebook page, because if Cedric is doing something, then I'm there.
First of all, Cedric, there is not going to be a Memorial Day weekend that the district house mother is not going to show up. Now, I don't know where she's going to be at. She's probably going to wind up being at the host hotel. That's what I think she's probably going to do. It's like she might go someplace else, but she might show up at the hotel for the dance. That's possible. But if Cedric and listen, for those of you that don't know anything about the mill, I just want you all to know, if you ain't in DC or you ain't ever been or whatever, baby, listen. When I say it brings my whole spirit, it makes waves of memories and laughter and tears and dancing and ass and dick and liquor and chicken wings and everything all comes rushing at me, because the motherfucking mill was everything for me. I enjoyed every little bit of it. And now that it's gone, I have a little moment. I'd be like, oh, I wish she was here. I wish she was still around. I wish she was still here.
Right.
But yeah, because if the mill
says that this Friday, well, he'll be at the Ugly Mug. I already got plans for Thursday night. To the Banging Beats on the upper level, lower level. You can find me at all 9 events this weekend. I got some swirls for you. I'm not going on. Oh, are these all events at the Ugly Mug? No, that's Thursday night.
If that's Cedric's page, then it's him where he's going to be at.
Right. So Friday night he's going to be at the Black Pride opening reception at the Westin Hotel. Then something called Wet Dreams, and then some. Yeah, I'm not doing all of that. So I probably won't see Cedric this weekend because that feels like a lot. So it's a no for me. So I feel like if you or our good Brista, Mr. Deviant Onyx is like, hey girl, I want to go to this spot. I'm down with it. But other than that,
but remember. Like, listen, this is Black Pride weekend, but this is also BBP weekend. So I enjoy myself having to get my BBP events on. Like, I has a ball.
What's the name still hosting that? Because I don't fuck with her.
It's a little bit of which are you talking about? What's his face?
Oh no, BBP. This is something different. Okay, yeah. I don't even know where I can find information about that. If you find information about that, I could be convinced to do that.
I got you. I can share with you when I find some more information.
Okay, let's do that. Because baby, I got some old nasty outfits. I need to pull out them rainbow platforms again.
Well, listen, do what you're gonna do. But I'm telling you, but we have a VIP board member that's already a part of the organization. You already said his name. I mean, he's a legend in the BBP.
That is true. She is legendary. She's one of the legendary children.
Right. So I mean, listen, I say what you want, But listen, my cruise ship director, I get my information directly from the source, so that's what we gonna do. But So, but I think all in all, this weekend, as I've gotten older and I've switched kind of the from the main vein of the Black Pride weekend and just really getting into the idea of just seeing people I haven't seen in quite some time and just having a good fucking time. Like, it doesn't have to be about who I'm ready to fuck or who I want to fuck or who wants to do whatever, what you got on. Now, of course, we all gonna make sure we look cute and all that good shit. You're gonna pull your shit out, all that, a little bit. But for me, it's really about seeing people's faces that I don't get to see all the time. Me. That's what I'll say. Now, the music happens to be banging and I get life off of this music, but I'm just saying. That's where I'm at. So that's where I'm at at this stage. So, but anyway, this weekend should be good. And did you go to the taco situation last weekend? Because I saw it. I never responded after all the crap went on with the friend in need.
What taco?
There was a text message.
You know what? No, I was never going to go. I didn't go to that because I was supposed to be deep in, a bunch of asses at fornication. And that's why I was like, I don't think, even though I was never going to bottom, I don't think that I should go and eat a bunch of tacos and then go to a sex party.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, hey,
baby, I'd have been crop dusting the whole joint.
Your body, your choice. That's where I'm at. Your body, your choice, baby.
Right.
Just don't kill all the people in the room.
Well, it would have been too late for that. I'd have ruined them. So I am looking forward to Memorial Day weekend in some ways. I literally am looking forward to great, I don't have to do nothing for 3 days. I mean, I am going to be cooking for the pool party cookout on Sunday. Remember, the newlyweds are having a cookout at Dave's Chateau. So I'm making a pound cake and sizzling up some baked beans and potato salad.
Well, thank you for reminding me of that. I guess I got to figure out something to actually figure out what I want to do. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me of that. But anyway, I am also, somehow, for some strange reason, I think I'm off on Friday. I think I literally requested that day off. I just have to go in and check my time. Now, let me be clear. I'm working from home, so I don't really feel like I'm working at all. Let me be clear. Now, while I am doing work, but I'm perfectly fine. But if you tell me I got to open that laptop on Friday and I got to put this time in, baby, I'm going to enjoy this time because I'm going to have these 4 days to do absolutely nothing. That's where I'm at. That's how I'm feeling right now. So we're going to see how that's going to roll. But I definitely got to go check that. I got to remember to go check it. But I've been watching this new show on HBO Max called Sort of. And it's about this non-binary person and navigating their life, relationship with family. And I think that I think they're Pakistani, and I think they're from Pakistan. I think that's
what's the name of the show?
It's called Sort of.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually kind of funny because the sarcasm is kind of it's like a dry humor, but it's kind of, his character is very, very sarcastic and smart at the same time. So I kind of like it. But it's interesting. It kind of sucked me in for a little bit. But on the flip side, baby, I fell asleep the other day watching My 600-Pound Life. Listen, I want y'all to understand.
You don't know what it's like for me. I just can't do everything that everyone else does.
Baby,
I pay my bills. My bills are paid.
All I know is as I watch it, I get so sucked in and I get so wrapped up because I'm listening to them and the excuses that people come up with for doing certain things. And then I'm sitting there saying, bitch, is that me? Do I say that? Is that how I sound? Do I do that? And then I was like, well, wait a minute. Can I just easily, like, how do people say, oh, I just easily fell into this. And one day I just woke up and this is where I am. And I'm like, that's a fear for me. Like, as someone that's always
want to wake up and be 700 pounds.
Yeah, like, but that's a fear for me because, like, I've always battled with it and like go up and down and that sort of thing. But I'm just like, bitch, how do you just slide into like 7? And literally, the show is called My 600-Pound Life. But some of the people they have had on the show recently, within the last 2 seasons, or rather season 8 and season 9, there have been some 700 and some 800-pound people.
Yeah,
I can't imagine. I can't
either. I couldn't even fathom. I don't know that I mean, in the same way that I don't have that much time to go to the gym, I just literally don't have that much time or money to eat that. I always look at that. I'm like, girl, where do these people get this money to eat this much food? Because all that shit. Because like the one dude was talking about, I watch snippets because I'm going to be honest, it disgusts me, but also it unlocks a fear, just like for you that, whatever. And the one dude was like, yeah, it disgusts me because it's, I see reflections of myself in some of those behaviors. That's what I mean. But like the one dude was like, yeah, I went to McDonald's and got like 8 Big Macs and 3 large shakes and all this. And I'm like, girl, you don't have a job. I mean, where are you getting all of this money from? That's my thing. I was like, I'd never get that fat because I just don't have that much money to be. And, I don't have that much money to do all of that and pay a mortgage and do all of this other stuff. Because, baby, it's plenty of weeks where I'm like, well, glad I got some ramen noodles here in this house.
Baby, listen, let me tell you something. I ain't going to talk. I'm going to leave that alone. But the one family that I saw, they went and got pizzas.
You're not at the eating cat food stage yet, though.
Absolutely not. Bitch, listen.
I'm fucking with you.
Hey, listen, but let me tell you something that's always going to stay in my house. Because, I don't like ramen noodles. But any type of pasta noodles and some butter and some motherfucking garlic or oregano, baby, listen, I'll sit there and make a turd off of that, as my grandmother would say all day. Like, I'll warm that up. I heat that up, cook it up, whatever. Listen, oatmeal stays in my house. Baby, listen, a good choke and slide will always get me together. I just got. Maybe there's
your peanut butter is a peanut butter. I'm bougie, so peanut butter and orange marmalade are always in stock at my house.
Listen, and the only bougie for me is I would prefer jam versus jelly, and that's about it. Like, bitch, I don't like.
As I said, it's orange marmalade, then jam, then jelly.
So. But yes, so listen, we're gonna keep a few little things in my house. So that's definitely.
Well, let's get into a few TikToks because we still gotta get into the hootie.
All right, come on, let's go. Let's do it. Come on with the tickety top, a tickety top, top tickety top, tick tock top. I was
yeah, all of that.
Come on, listen, come on, ballroom scene. I'm gonna need y'all to catch this beat. Ha!
Hold on.
We got the ticketies up and the tackities up. The tickety.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right.
Volume.
Pay your bill. 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 Pay Pay your bill. 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 Pay your bill.
Pay
Listen,
your bill.
listen. T-Mobile and formerly Sprint with baby. Listen, when I say that all that sounds familiar, baby. Oh my god, they was just rude and nasty. Fuck it. Listen, Down. I can do a little something on the microphone every now and then when I feel like it, and I'm in a good mood, and a beat catches me. I can give you a little chant here and there. Mm-hmm.
I love the porn on your fucking computer made my jaw drop. Marcia, come back. You saw it. Your mother's the one who showed me. Don't talk to me about secrets. Watching 8 people come on one person's face, gangbangs, fucking cum funnels, fucking pissing in people's asses. Jesus. The porn on your...
That felt like judgment to me. And, all of that, I was like, ooh, that sounds fun.
Listen, so first of all, I didn't realize where that was from. That's from Euphoria, I think it is. That's what somebody said to me.
Oh, is that what that is?
I think it's from, it's a scene from Euphoria. I think that's what it's from. But so everybody been talking about Euphoria, and I just haven't gotten into it.
Yeah, it's Euphoria.
But baby, I think I'm gonna have to get into this because when I looked the whole scene and they talked about it, I said, oh shit. Dad was walking out the door reading the shit out of his entire family. And I was like, oh damn.
I'd love to peel that.
What are you looking for in a partner?
Basically somebody that can hold me up, not hold me down. Cause I go through a lot,
Baby, that man was trying to hold his face together so fiercely.
Literally. When I tell you, I looked at that person when he was trying to get his face together and I thought about our brother Special K. I said, bitch.
Yes. And you'd be like, or me and you, someone will say something crazy. I'll be like, don't look at this bitch. Do not look at this bitch. Whatever you do not look at this bitch. Do not look at her. And then
oh God.
This was dumb. This is for all of that bitches. So what was wrong with that picture?
For me, it was the scallions and the motherfucking sour cream. Because the bacon and the butter, I was fine with.
You're wrong, and here's why.
I'm just saying
that was sour cream. Yes, the scallions was unnecessary. That's an unnecessary accoutrement. But what was missing from me was cheese.
I'm gonna let you slide on the cheese. While I don't necessarily, because I don't on a baked potato. I'm gonna have. But then I'm a weirdo because when I get to the end of a baked potato, I'd like some mustard so I can take the mustard and eat the potato skin with that. I do like that. So
what used to be really good? I don't know if they still have it. Remember when Wendy's used to sell the baked potato with the chili on top?
Well, you would get the baked potato, then you get but I think they did sell it with the chili on top.
Yeah, it was sold like that. It would be a baked potato with chili and cheese and sour cream on top.
Yeah, but I never got it. I always get chili, but I
need to go back. I need to go by there and see. Stuck Queens in the audience. Do they still sell that at the Wendy's? Because I don't really do fast food like that too much anymore.
So they still listen. They still sell the chili, but they don't sell the baked potatoes.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Now we know.
Look, Betty, you have gonorrhea. You may have given it to somebody else, or somebody may have given it to you. Who gave it to whom doesn't really matter. But what does matter is that if we don't bring the contacts in for examination and treatment, VD will keep right on spreading. So?
Betty was like, I don't give a fuck about none of them hoes.
I ain't telling you nobody that motherfucking sleep with, bitch. I'll talk to my damn self, bitch. I ain't telling you shit.
It was the way she looked her up and down and was like,
so. Your group of friends in which he was their bottom.
Now that has happened to me at IML, not with my date, but when the girls be like, oh, they show up with a date at IML or MAL, and they'll be like, and they will have like talked this person up, and they be like, baby, he blew my back out, and oh, baby, he was really wearing me out and everything. And then you see him and be like, girl.
Wait a minute, I was wrong. Hold up. Deviant been correcting me. He said it's fake news. He said Wendy's does still indeed sell the chili baked potato. So I was wrong. But I swear
this is why Deviant is a founding member of the Bristolhood of the Traveling Fat Bitches.
Yes, indeed. Because I swear every time I've gone and asked them for baked potato, they were like, we don't sell them, or we're out of. And I was like, okay, so that. But
now right. It is true that they're possibly still out of them, because for a while they used to be a thing that they were pushing. Now I don't think they're pushing it like they used to. So I'm sure when they're prepping, they're like, why the fuck we got to cook some baked potatoes?
Hey, look.
But baby, that ain't nothing but a trip to Trader Joe's, one of them big old fat ass potatoes, and I got some chili already in the basement. There we go. Look at that.
And the good thing is, the one quick thing I remember from being a younger and not being able to use the stove at that particular point was taking a baked potato and punching the holes in the fork holes all the way through that bad boy and put that bad boy in the microwave oven. And then when he comes out, you wrap it up in aluminum foil with the butter and all your seasonings and everything else, so it gets soft. And you pick, baby, when I tell you that everything, oh God,
that is true. But I will say that a baked potato baked in the oven is superior to a baked potato in the microwave.
Yes, if you have that time to be able to do it, absolutely.
Right.
It is. But baby, you give me my 5 minutes.
All right, Carter, you got 2587.
Not for long. I make bad financial decisions.
All right, Carter, you got 2587.
Not for long. I make bad financial decisions.
I thought about you when I posted this, not about you personally, but about us. Like, you know what we should do this summer, bitch? We should go to Europe.
All right, bitch, come on.
Exactly. Exactly.
That was literally, it's like, all right, bitch, come on. There we go. Come on.
I don't even care about sex. It's the head I be caring about. I need to get some head, okay? I'm sorry. I gotta get 8. If I go without getting head for a long time, I don't know, I'd be stressed. I'd be irritated. Like, it's just something about that. It just gets your blood pumping, okay? I don't really care about sex. It's the head.
So I have a question.
Yes, there's a question on the floor.
Is this the daughter of the Merovingian? Is that what I'm understanding? I just want to make sure I'm not, because I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to. She looks like the daughter of the Merovingian. I just listen. And if you all don't know what I'm talking about from the Matrix 2. I'm talking about the 2 twins, the Merovingian twins. They was going back. That's who she looks like. That's what she's giving me. And sorry.
So best friend sent me this particular clip, and I was like, okay. So then I went to the website, which I'm not going to go to now, but Trash Magazine. It is literally that. If you want to weep for the future, go to Trash Magazine and look at all of the clips that they have.
Trash magazine? What?
TRSHMAG. So it's like a podcast where all of these people we'll go to it. So it's all of these people saying crazy shit. I feel like which one was some of the crazy ones? No, like this one.
I hate a broke nigga. What you mean? Like, what you mean your phone cut off? Some niggas be broke, like for real. And you really wouldn't know if you go on Instagram and you check they shit out, they page look lit, you really get to know a nigga. Oh my God, that nigga be hot. I hate a broke nigga. What you mean? Like, what you mean your phone?
It's just and all of these 95% of these people are black. So it's like the worst representation of black people ever saying the most ridiculous shit. And I'm just like, weeping for the future here.
I'm gonna have to do some other research on this.
I mean, it's very ratchet, but for me, not in a fun way.
I'm gonna have to do some more research on this myself.
Boys and I.
All right, so this is the last one. We're gonna go back.
I think you're.
Boys and I, we do this thing when we get together. We call it boy bonding.
Oh no.
What we like to do is we all get in a circle and we pass around Gold Bond.
Gold Bond?
Puff it into our hands, and we reach into our pants and rub it on our balls, and then shake our hands.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, all right.
But, some of the boys don't want to do it.
Well, that's their right. Are you forcing boys to Gold Bond?
I don't know. It is their right. It kind of harshes the mood,
Right. You feel like they're yucking your yums. I would say that your yum here is enough of an outlier that you got to give forgiveness to people who aren't partying that way.
Big problem.
What?
I'm going to have a wedding in a few months, and I know before, the reception and everything, my best men are going to we're going to bond, but two of them don't like to do it.
Well, that's your special day.
Boys and I, we do this thing when we
listen. I'm sorry. Listen, let me get this microphone out here because I want everybody to hear this loud and clearly.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
I'm listening.
I love my Bristol.
And I love you back. Listen, I love you back, and I see my Bristol Legionnaire on, and I see my Bristol Eccentric, and I see my leather son Dellin, and Spillet Boy, and all of our good friends. And
yes.
Please continue.
But I am not.
Never.
Get ready to put my hands on my balls.
Not ever.
And then reach out and shake the hand of my Bristol after he has put his hands on his balls. I just don't even see. That's not something that
I don't even see how. I'm trying to think and trying to figure out how organically that came up.
The only thing I can think of is that these motherfuckers was in the gym doing some old cockamamie bullshit. And then it came out the shower and did some shit like that. Like I can possibly see some bullshit like that, but again, that ain't my cup of tea. That's And listen,
Spillet Boy didn't say he wouldn't do it. He said he's not wasting his good Gold Bond fucking around with us.
Because that motherfucking Gold Bond, she's expensive. Shit.
Right. But when I was in college, some of my friends, and I'm assuming that this guy was, I saw this guy was white, or assuming from his voice that he was white, and most of his friends are white. Baby, them white kids at these white colleges, those white men be doing crazy shit. Like, have you heard of the Bing Cherry?
I've never heard of the Bing Cherry.
So this one guy that I worked with at
something else, but anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Other people may call it something else, but basically, y'all you can do it with a cherry or some piece of fruit, but it's like a cherry. You put it on the plate, and everybody whips it out and starts backing off. And the goal is to come and not be the last person to come, because then you have to eat the cherry. Or I feel like there was another one with the cherry where it involved putting, yes, you had to put like a piece of fruit of some kind in your butt cheeks and then transfer it to the next person's butt cheeks. And the first person to drop it had to eat the fruit.
So wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. For those of us that are booty inclined, how does one get a piece of fruit out of another man's booty hole or another person's booty hole with their, I mean, out of their booty with their booty? I don't like, do you like what?
I feel like I'm missing some pieces to how it, Legionnaire says he witnessed this in the service with apple slices.
What?
And for me, I was just like, well, see, here's the problem for me. I am very booty inclined too, right? But these are all men who purport to be straight. So, like, I feel like most of us, well, I can't speak for other tops, but I keep a clean plate because even though you might not, I'm trying to figure out the right analogy. I feel like I keep a clean plate because you might want to lick the plate. And I know that most bottoms keep a clean plate because you might want to fill it up with food and lick the plate. But straight men or men who purport to be straight don't do that. So, you know, that apple slice that Legionnaire was talking about, by like the second or third dude, you know, that apple slice smelled like shit and probably literally had shit on it.
It was brown.
You know, them dudes don't wipe good.
Listen, people done found keys back there. They done found shoe and shit. They done found the damn shoehorn from Tom McCann from 1984.
Come on, Tom McCann.
They don't.
Yeah, so white, you know, straight people off, and I don't want to limit it to straight guys or to white guys because I'm not going to name a fraternity, but it is a fraternity with which you are familiar, and I'll just leave it at that. A friend of mine described a ritual in his chapter called nuts to butt. But it was more than just standing close to one another. I was like, so basically y'all are like doing frontage.
Nuts to butt. That's one of those things where you stand, like you said, just stand in line.
But the way that he described it, because they did it in the band, lots of organizations do that. They even do it in the military where you got to be like right up against the person behind you. But they were talking about, you know, like rubbing into it and stuff, and you know, trying the other, you know, you couldn't get hard or you was gay. And so I was like, it was gay to rub up against somebody else's ass, like, or somebody else's dick like that. That's the gay part. So this was, and obviously this was a black fraternity, so I don't want to say that this only happens among white straight men, because lots of black straight men do all sorts of crazy shit when it ain't no women around.
Listen, now, so honestly, even for myself, like before I went online and pledged the fraternity, there were some things that I was afraid of, like I didn't want to do, like I didn't want to be in those positions. I can honestly say that the one fear that I had, the one fear that I had, like it was like really big. I was like, I didn't want to be in a room naked with some random strangers. Like I didn't want to do that. Not that I haven't done that before, but I'm just saying in this situation,
But you were younger then. You hadn't done that now. You were still young and naive. Oh, well, wait a minute. Epic Onyx, horror, everyone. Horror at a young age, everyone. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. It was like, okay, young 19-year-old Epic Onyx had never been naked in a room full of men before, but apparently you have. So, okay, great. That's fine.
So you going to say it again one more time? You just going to put it out there one more time? I mean, that's what we do.
Epic Onyx was a young whore who was naked in a room full of men at the tender age of 19. So there we are.
So that is one of those things that just didn't come true. And I never wanted to.
So was it a fear or a fantasy?
No, it was a fear. It was a fear.
Yeah, I'm fucking with you, but yeah, I get that.
But even, and then I think even at that particular point, I had just started coming out of like tidy whities as far as underwear is concerned. And so I had like just a few different, like, you know, like bikini something, or like one pair of drawers that was like some Calvin Kleins or something, you know, something real. I was like, oh, this is jazzy. And it's just, I didn't want to be in a room with some motherfucking tidy whities and shit. And I was like,
Yeah, at the age of 19, I feel like all of my underwear was just regular old tidy whities until I was like in my late 20s.
Yeah, like, because I didn't want to do that. And, you know,
I mean, you know, the kids are so young and fast these days, you know. I remember I was literally having a conversation with people about how when we were growing up, it was really hard to even see pictures of naked people.
Listen, and before the internet, listen. The only way you're going to see them pictures is if you happen to be downtown in whatever little red light district and you happen to see these magazines, or you were in a place where they sold the magazines, but then they covered up the top half of the magazine so you can only see like just the name of it or whatever. And so when you went to go purchase it, the person would ask you, you over 18? Or you like, no, like get away from me, come on this side. Like,
yes, I'm 18. I will be 19 in 3 weeks.
Listen, and then if you wanted to be bougie like I tried to be, I went to go to West Coast Video to go into the adult room when I realized you could be 18 to go into the adult room. And I opened my own little, you know, account at West Coast Video because I wanted to go into the adult room and wanted to see what videos they had in there. I think they had like 3 gay films in the whole damn video. But I wanted to see what they was on. But yes.
Well, I can tell you that I had a career in crime very early because I discovered that security was very lax in the bookstore at Prince George's County Community College. And so I will be like,
the thoughts and comments. Echo those thoughts of the BGKH show. This is a alleged story. This is alleged. It's alleged.
This is an alleged story that took place
allegedly
37 years ago.
Allegedly 37 years ago.
You know, I'd be like, I'm just looking at Time magazine.
National Geographic.
At National Geographic. And so I would buy a Time magazine and slip a copy of Inches or Blue Boy into my backpack and walk out. Well, I mean, I would pay for the Time magazine, but I would leave with all of those.
Remember, we would go over to DuPont and be in the little magazines and look at all the magazines. Baby, you would sit there.
And the Rising. I mean, I was grown by then.
Baby, I would just stand there looking at the magazines. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, I was in there because when you stand there looking at the magazines, everybody else is standing around looking at you. So you looking at the magazines, you were like,
yeah, it was that Land of Rising was very cruisy.
It was amazing. Then you leave up out of there and go to a little circle bar.
Good times. All right, so let's get into some stories.
Let's get into these stories. Okay, so listen, we're gonna get back up on Diddy Watch. So in Diddy news, there's a model that's accused Diddy of drugging and sexually assaulting her in 2003. That's the latest in a string of allegations against him. Crystal McKinney said in a lawsuit that Mr. Combs invited her to his New York studio. And
that sounds like something one of the people on Trash Magazine would say. He invitated me over.
I mean, that's what they did. He called me and he sent the invitation.
How about we gonna start using that? Yeah, I got a little date. I'm gonna invite him over later.
Right. Come on. The fuck. So she said that in a lawsuit, she said that he invitated her to his New York studio and plied her with alcohol and marijuana until she became intoxicated. He then forced her to perform oral sex, she said. Earlier this week, he apologized after CCTV footage showed up in a separate incident attacking the singer and model and actress Cassie in a hotel hallway in 2016. Now, Ms. McKinney filed her claim under the New York Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, which allows victims to file claims regardless of when the abuse occurred until 2025. Now, the complaint also names Bad Boy Entertainment, his clothing label, Sean John, and distributor UMG Group, or Universal Music Group. The BBC has also requested comment from Universal, but haven't gotten anything back from them as of yet. Now, Miss McKinney said she was an up-and-coming model when an unnamed fashion designer introduced her to Mr. Combs at a men's fashion week. The designer began to direct the plaintiff's appearance as he sought to ensure Combs found her attractive, according to the documents. At the event, Ms. McKinney and Mr. Combs made suggestive remarks. He offered to help her career and plied her with alcohol. He invited her to a studio that same night. They were drinking, smoking marijuana with several other men, offering some. One told her, "You've never had weed like this before." Ms. McKinney says she interpreted that to mean that the marijuana was laced with another substance. Once she was very intoxicated, she said Mr. Combs led her to a bathroom where he forced her to perform oral sex on him, which is what she alleged. She lost consciousness afterwards and awoke to find herself in a taxi cab heading back to her apartment. Ms. McKinney said her modeling opportunities began to decline, and she believed Mr. Combs used his influence to quote unquote blackball her from the industry. In a tailspin of anxiety and depression, Ms. McKinney says she attempted suicide. Ms. McKinney says she filed the suit to seek justice for herself and for any other of Combs's victims. We shall see how that plays out.
Yeah. Did you see that video?
I did not watch the video. I just saw snippets of it, but I didn't watch the whole video.
Well, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched the important parts, and it just made me sick to my stomach. Because you see those things in like movies and stuff, you see somebody getting stomped in the head like that, but to literally see someone in real life getting stomped in the head like that is just...
So the part that I saw was her underneath the blanket.
Yeah, but then when she was at the elevator, he pulled her out of the elevator, threw her to the ground, kicked her in the stomach, and then started stomping on her head.
See, that's what I'm saying. I saw snippets that I don't. So that bothers me on several different levels. As a child of a parent that I don't know couldn't communicate, or maybe he was intoxicated, but he put his hands on my mom, and it just kind of bothered me when I think back on it, because it was one of those things where while he was no longer in the house as I got older, but it was still one of those things where it's like, damn, like you kind of fucked the game up for everybody. Like, and I keep laughing because the woman that I know as my mother, I just can't imagine her even sitting still to know what the fuck does even look like. However, it dawned on me she had to go through whatever she went through to actually become the person that she is at this particular point. So that's the part that kind of still is a conflict with me. So I'm like, it just, but you know, in her true fashion, at some point she got
That's the one that almost got shot in the face.
That would be my father. Yes. Yeah.
I thought I was your stepfather.
No. That was my father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was saying that my aunt Peaches, because everybody got Aunt Peaches. My Aunt Peaches hit the gun at the last minute, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh, thank goodness.
Anyway, so next, Kelly Rowland. She's been in the news lately, and it's unfortunate because you don't really hear too much about Kelly in the news, but lately you've been hearing a lot of like negative stuff. So she appeared to object to security personnel ushering her up the Palais stairs on Tuesday. She got in the face of one guard before the premiere of Marcelo Mio. Now, the former Destiny's Child star can be seen in photos with an angry expression as she points and speaks animatedly to the official. Now, unverified videos showed what apparently riled up Kelly. Rowland was beaming in an eye-catching red dress, smiled, waved, and played to fans and photographers. She motioned to one crowd control person to move on, and Rowland continues to enjoy the attention. Again, the guard motions for her to move forward. Rowland climbs the stairs and takes the hand of a companion and turns back to wave to fans again. Two other security guards close in to hasten her ascent, and Rowland appears to touch the shoulder of one of them as if to tell her to back off. She then points at her and continues to reprimand her. Another security guard intervenes as Rowland appears to talk firmly and point. Finally, she enters the Palais. Now, Rowland's rep didn't immediately respond to a Huffington Post request for comment, but you know she faced scrutiny back in February when she walked off the set of Today in a little powwow or flubub or something over the dressing room. And that's when Rita Ora filled in at the last minute for her. So it when you look at the video and or the pictures, when I tell you Miss Kelly was getting in this, she was just like, and she was doing it very politely. She was like, now this is the warning. I'm going to have this conversation with you right now, because if I stop my hand, I ball my fist up, I'm going to fuck you up. That's how I took it. But Kelly,
I agree with Devin, with Devian. They're trying to make us hate Kelly Rowland, and I will never do it.
Absolutely not, because she is one of the most non-problematic people, as far as I know, and maybe just in my mind that I know that I can think of as far as a star being concerned. She's
and what I was told or what I saw, that whole thing about the Today Show was less about the dressing room and more about the fact that they wanted to spend the whole fucking time talking about Beyonce.
And maybe that was the issue. And then that does go along with, what Devon just said about trying to make us hate Kelly. Because Kelly can't do no wrong for me. I mean,
nope.
Short of killing somebody at this particular point. So I mean,
and then I'd be like, what they do?
Yeah, because I just don't get that energy from her.
Mm-mm.
But hey, everybody could be wrong, and hey, I am everybody. Listen, 3 stories here from News of the Weird. Okay, so here we go. Father Justin, in quotes, an AI priest was created by Catholic Answers, a Christian group in San Diego, was defrocked on April 24th after claiming to users that he was a real member of the clergy and performing sacraments, the New York Post reported. Now, Holy Justin told users he was a priest in Assisi, Italy. He shared his views on sexual issues and took confession, concluding with, "Go in peace, my child, and sin no more." He also advised one user that they could use Gatorade to baptize their child. Christopher Check, the president of Catholic Answers, explained, they said, "We chose the character to convey a quality of knowledge and authority. Many people, however, have voiced concerns about this choice." Now, the avatar was rebranded as Virtual Apologist Justin, minus the cassock and collar, after an uproar about his behavior. We won't say that he's been, is it laicized? Because
I've never seen that word before.
But he was never a real priest. I thought that meant something about, like, when you say layman as in non-priest or something. But I could.
The word is laicized. That's the past tense. Withdraw clerical character, control, or status from someone, or to turn them secular. So, as in, when his priestly vocation no longer satisfied him, he asked to be laicized.
So they defrocked him. Okay.
Essentially.
All right. But he was never a real priest. That's what they were saying. So there we go. Now, this next story, on April 25th, an employee at the Avalon Theater in Marysville, Ohio, who had noticed a person acting suspiciously the night before, discovered a treasure in the restroom, $25,000 in cash, according to WBNS TV. Now, 2 days later, $12,000 turned up in a KFC restroom. Now, Captain Nate Sachs said, "I would absolutely say they are connected in some way." And authorities determined the money is legitimate. And someone said, "One is just weird in and of itself," which is, the police chief, the captain was saying, "but 2 times in 1 week is definitely another level." So he encouraged citizens to call police if they find any more cash to help us with our investigation. So let's go back here to the beginning. 25,000 in cash. So first of all, there was more than 25,000 that they found in that restroom. That's what they turned into y'all, which was 25,000. Number one. $12,000. That's what they turned in for y'all as well, because it was more than that. Now you're going to tell me that if I find some more to help you with your investigation? Okay.
You'll never even know that it happened, because I will be looking. Did they say they found it in the toilet?
No, they didn't say. They said they found it
in the restroom. But I'm going to assume it was like in the toilet or something. Baby, every restroom I go into, I'm going to be like lifting the lid of the toilet, looking for money.
It might have been in one of the little, the hand dryer or the hand blower, or even one of those panels behind it with the electrical socket.
Either way, I am tearing that down, because that, you know what I call that? God.
Mine.
I call it God. God was looking out for me.
Look at God.
Mm-hmm.
God was on my side, like Nationwide.
You imagine going to get a washing your hand, going to get a paper dollar and a rack of hundreds fall out, they'd be like, Jesus!
Baby, the way I would be moving in so much silence, and I'd be like,
right.
Every day. I'd be like,
but that's how the girls get caught. You start buying Benzes and shit. I would just be like, my mortgage is, all of my shit is paid up.
That's it. That's all I can't. Anyway.
Because if it's that much money, then you just need to move.
You listen, just like if you hit the Powerball, bitch, don't spend shit. Don't tell nobody you won shit. Don't spend no large amounts of money for at least 6 months to a year. Listen, don't move. Don't do. Act like your life ain't never changed until you did make a move in at least 6 months, preferably more like a year. Then you change your life around. Babe, are you kidding me?
I probably, I say that, but on some level, I'd be like, who is going to say something? Because ain't but one person, well, two people in this whole universe, well, 5. So my son, my sister, you, best friend, and maybe one other person that could even come to me and be like, hey, I need some money. And I would give it to you without question. Other than that, like anybody, like that I'm related to, I'd be like, girl, we do not talk. So you are wasting your breath even chasing me down, because the only reason that I might keep it a secret because I will be concerned that someone will like try to target my family members. That's the only reason. I'm not worried about people coming to me asking me for money because no.
Yeah, listen, Grace and I were just having this conversation about saying no and what that meant for us growing up versus with the kids of the day, the grandkids of the day, because that's what we were talking about. But yeah, and how did that little meme where she's saying no? She was like, no,
right?
No. But okay, so anyway, last story. So on May 2nd in Johnston County, Kansas, the district attorney charged 21-year-old Jace Christian Hansen of Kansas City, Missouri, with unlawfully adulterating or contaminating food, a felony at the Hereford House restaurant in Leawood, Kansas. The Kansas Star reported that Hansen was connected with videos posted online showing him urinating in restaurant-style food containers and rubbing food on his body parts, including his feet. The FBI, which received the tip, contacted the restaurant after pinging Hansen's phone and finding his car in the parking lot. The head chef confirmed that the au jus container shown in one video belonged to the Hereford House. When asked about it, Hansen said, I'll just be straight up, yeah. He said men online whom he had met through dating apps had asked him to make videos and revealed that he had committed more than 20 incidents of contaminating food. The restaurant destroyed all its food and sanitized the kitchen and adjacent area. It gives a whole new meaning to au jus. This is why people give eating out such a bad fucking name, because there's always a bad rap, because there's always some asshole that decides to do some shit that they find funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Burger King worker that put the food on the floor and like stepped on the lettuce or some shit. It was a whole bunch of... Listen.
Even worse. Everybody need their 5 seconds of fame, so they do criminal shit and then post it on the internet,
knowing damn well that shit can... Listen,
just like that story. Remember last week we talked about the dude, which someone told us later was a fake. The guy saying he beat up the father of the girl that was, and I was like, so it's bad enough, in my opinion, it's bad enough that you did it, but then you basically recorded yourself confessing to a felony and shared it on the internet. Why would you do that? So anyway,
I
got nothing.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's it. So that's all the stories for this week. But we do want to get into the hoodie real quick, and we're gonna go back to a name that has been popping up or popped up several times amongst the Met Gala. And so just want to give you guys a little bit of the man, the myth, the legend, and the house of the Maison Margiela.
Okay. Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm.
What is this still?
So I think that we can.
Side note, before we go through this, next week, I think we should do just like we did the Met Gala fashion. We should do fashions from Cannes, the Cannes Film Festival, which is still going on. Like that, Kelly Rowland was at Cannes, and baby, I have seen some fabulous pieces.
Well, let's do that. We'll do. Is it Cannes or Cannes?
Cannes.
We'll do Cannes.
Okay.
We'll do that. So anyway, so Maison Margiela. Listen, this young man is he's a Belgian fashion designer and founder of the luxury house Maison Margiela. Throughout his career, Margiela has maintained a low profile, refusing to grant face-to-face interviews or to be photographed. Since leaving fashion in 2009, he's emerged as an artist, exploring the themes that made him an iconic figure in fashion. He's considered to be one of the most influential fashion designers in recent history for his iconic deconstructed, upcycled aesthetic and oversized silhouette, which sounds very familiar to a lot of other people, Tom Brown in particular. But again, let's go on. We'll go on and see what some of his looks have been. So these looks here have been all from the spring summer 2023 line. I'm sorry, let me not say spring summer. They've been from the 2023 line. I think there's some spring summer and then also some fall stuff in here as well. And then there's one or two 23, 24, and then I think there's even a 21, 20 in here as well. But anyway, but this look, it was cute. I thought it was just it was a basic
hold on one second.
Pattern.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought it was a basic pattern, but the little extra on top of it kind of made it look a little sparkly, look a little nice. Maybe just the choice of fabric or whatever. But so it was cute. I thought this was a different look, and it's sheer for a lot of it is sheer. You can see a lot, through a lot of it, even though there's a great underslip if you will. This was interesting.
It is. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's an interesting look. I think the way it's styled made me really think about it, because I think the dress by itself, I'd be like, but I think with all the other pops of light colors, that's what made me look at this again and be like, this is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely thought this was a cute look. I like the sleeves, and I like the fact that this feels like a rain jacket, and something about it just screamed to me. So I was like, okay, this is cute. I can see this with a look that would be layered with lots of like shiny, rainy, plasticky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I like the idea of the simple polka dots, but it's a very sheer fabric. Polka dot. Right. But it's not really, it's not giving a whole lot, but it's giving too much at the same time. And get into the shoe, because it gives you like a hoof situation, and that was something that was going on with a lot of these models for these pictures as well.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, some of the men's looks, I don't necessarily. I don't know. I feel like this person is auditioning for a horror movie and is trying to be like the thing that they let out the closet. He's ready to run to you and open up his jacket and absorb you. That's what I feel like.
Yes.
That's what I feel like. Sorry. This was also a cute look as well. I kind of like the hat, and I like this one, the eye thing, like the color over the eye. I don't know why I've always liked that. I like that. But again, this was cute. This was a cute look. And again, the patent leather.
It looks like the assignment was to make something out of trash bags.
That and monochromatic. Like it's so I kind of like it. Straight, listen, a peacoat just seems to never go out of style for me.
Yes.
And listen, it's cute. It's a look, but he looks a little. Remember in The Wiz where the little red things got bigger? They were like, bigger. That's what I feel like he's giving me, this energy here. I don't know what that is. I kind of like the idea of the pants. I just don't necessarily like them that high, but I do like the idea of the pants. I like this high-waisted,
I like this button detail on the pants.
Yeah, I do. I definitely like that. The shirt is interesting too. I just noticed it's more like a drawstring collar almost, or maybe even it's that string tie. I can't really think of it, but it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is giving me really Wizard of Oz. It's like a jazzed up.
Both of these looks. I'm like, are these like alternative costumes for the Wiz?
But listen, that's what it's given to me, and
this feels like the Scarecrow.
Listen, it's very much
the Scarecrow, because I always assumed the Scarecrow was a homosexual. I assume that all three of them, maybe less so the Lion, but I definitely thought in the original, I was like, the Tin Man is reading very gay to me.
Baby, because Nipsey was not reading gay at all. Nipsey was like, let me get on out here and do this little tap dancing for y'all asses so y'all know
right.
talent.
But this look is cute.
Yeah, I do. I like the construction of it as far as like how long it is, and I like the overhang, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
The picture was everything for me. Like, it's blowing in the wind. It's this long collar. Like, I just enjoy the coat. It's oversized, but the collar is just blowing it. That's what I love. If I bought this coat and this coat don't do this when I'm walking down the street, I'd be mad as shit.
Exactly.
Like, bitch, that's the reason I bought you, motherfucker. You're supposed to do something. And this feels like the female version of what we just saw with the gentleman with the other shirt on, collar. But there's a silver bustier that's involved in this as well. And again, it's deconstructed and it kind of looks old, but raggedy and tattered, but then not at the same time. So, we're gonna go with that. A sheer situation for me, it works. It's very Pinky Tuscadero in the 2024 going to school.
Yeah.
Changed her outfit after she got outside the house so her mother couldn't see what she had on. That's kind of what I feel like with this.
I like this coat, and this big bow in the front is I'm living for this big bow.
Exactly. It's one of those pieces where you're like, I kind of like it. So the color and everything, I think it's kind of cute. While I am not a fan of this, I thought about you and him in particular with this fascinator on. I was like, okay, that's all I got. Like, I don't know if I like this jacket or not. I don't think that I do, but again, if you can't blow down the street like this,
is this because there's an actual fan blowing, or is this stiff and made to look like it's blowing in the wind? Do you know?
I do not know.
It's cute though.
Yeah, it's
these models are all so skinny.
Good God. Now, I kind of like this coat a little bit because it's given like a doomsday type of end of the world type of retro type of thing.
Mad Max Furiosa, some shit like that.
Right. And I kind of made a jacket like similar to this, the one that was like out of combat that I wore for like Halloween or whatever. But it was it was interesting to me. I thought it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I love this shirt. This blouse or whatever you want. I love it. I love it. It's confusion, but then it's not. And it's just very simple all at the same time. But I like the shirt. I love the shirt. Again, this is an old nasty look. I don't care what nobody. Something about it in my spirit. It just screamed old nasty look. This old satin or chiffon or whatever she's wearing. It might be silk because I'm sure that's what he's working with. But again, this shirt once again, or this jacket is just. I was like, oof, I like this. This idea of this pant with this long slit in it, the idea of it seems more attractive than the actual execution of it. it feels accidental. Like this is not what you were going for.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Listen, baddest motherfucking gown, outfit, look for me. And it's so subtle, but yet it pops out at the same time. Baby, listen, evil. Absolutely evil. Love it. Hands down, one of my favorites. This was another one that was cute.
Oh, I'm trying to decide. I actually like this iteration better.
I like this is cute as well, but I feel like it's the opposite or the flip side of it or whatever. I definitely like the other one. I definitely think this is a good look as well, but I definitely like the other one. Listen, monochromatic looks, when they're done and they're done right, they leave an impression, and this left an impression for me, especially with the wide lapels on the jacket.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wish
it's
that
not my favorite, but it's
interesting.
Yeah, it's like glamorous old spinster.
Right, but then there are pieces that are like connected, but they're not connected, and you kind of see glimpses of other things. So I'm like, I would be interested to see what it actually looks like if she stood up, and I could see the whole, like the look of it, how it's supposed to hang and lay and all that stuff. Listen, I don't give a fuck what you say. I would rock the everlasting shit out of this entire look, all the way down to the motherfucking spats.
Yes, this is cute.
Yep. Another look that at first glance, I was like, what is this? But then I got into it again and I was kind of like, okay, well, it's a choice, but it definitely has
interesting elements.
It leaves an impression.
Yes, that is one way of putting it.
It leaves an impression, yeah. I thought the jacket, the print of the jacket was just cute. I really, really did. I thought it was so cute, just the print on it.
Yeah.
It's just like, it reminds me of the little kids, ceiling in their bedroom, and they got the little sparkly lights up, and it's like, I want to see the moon at night. I want to see the stars. That's what it made me think of. Right. Once again, this deconstructed sheer look or whatever. I like the idea of it. And it looks good in print. I'm confused with how I would wear it. Do I have to wear it all together? Can I wear pieces of it? I'm just a little confused because I'm not quite sure if the skirt is made that way or if that is a obi or something that's over top of the skirt. But it was an interesting look. It was interesting.
Right. Well, alrighty then.
But listen, that was the basic look at the House of Margiela. And so, listen, it gives you some ideas of who he is, but hey, that's where we are.
Well, all right. So let's get into some beautiful bean footage.
Beautiful, beautiful bean footage. Beautiful, beautiful bean footage. Beautiful. All right, kittens. Listen, it has been a great show as always. I want to say happy belated birthday to my queen, Miss Janet. I want you all to understand that we have left out of Taurus season, and we have now entered into Gemini season. Yes, God. Get into it. It's Gemini season. Do you not understand? It is Gemini season. Thank you very much. So I'm so sorry what happened. There was a remark from the crowd.
Yay.
And there it is. So just so you all know, we are in Gemini season. And just to let people know, we want to give them the dates for when we're taking our break for the summer.
Yeah, we're out, and well, obviously we're not going to be here. We might as well just be out in July.
That's what I just want to make sure. So we will be here for June, even though Pride is exhausting this whole month because
a deeper love, pride, a deeper love, pride, a deeper love.
We're gonna be out there. We're gonna show our shit because I remember.
We're gonna do this again now. Pride, a deeper love, pride, a deeper love, pride, a deeper love.
Dip dap dap, 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 dip dap dap.
Yeah, all of that.
But
and then when we come back, we'll be ready to regale you with tales of fun and frolic and foolishness all over the continent of Europe.
I am concerned that we will have to edit so much.
Like what?
I'm just saying, like I'm just concerned we have to edit some of that. We're gonna have to edit some of that.
But I intend to have no edits.
But listen, I'm definitely going to have big fun with the Wretched. Let's be clear. Big fun with the Wretched. Yes, indeed.
And I'm going to have everything that I need for a 3-week trip in one backpack and one piece of luggage.
Ladies and gentlemen, please mark this on your calendars. Today is the 22nd of May. Dominion Onyx has just said that he's going to have one book bag and one piece of luggage.
Yes.
I just want y'all to remember that. Just remember that.
I feel like you're trying to indicate something. I feel like you're trying to say something. Is there a comment that you're trying to make?
I just want everybody to remember this date, May 22nd, saying that you was going to have one bag, one book bag, and one piece of luggage. I just want everybody to remember that. That's all. That's it.
I said what I said.
Okay. So that means those are the only 2 bags that you're going to have on this trip.
Only 2 bags I'm going to take on the trip. Now, how big that backpack is, that's none of your fucking business.
Fucking. Excuse me.
Right, like we're climbing the Alps.
Oh God.
I am going to need to, because the backpack that I have is a little too small. It's literally like a backpack, but I need a travel backpack that's designed for that, that's a little bigger. Because there's certain things that I have to travel with in my person. Like I'm never going to put my CPAP in my luggage. Because, if that shit gets lost, I will get terrible night's sleep, and so will you all being in the room with me.
One of the things that definitely has to come with me all the time is my motherfucking toiletry bag. I don't give a damn where. Listen, my toiletry bag is usually packed in my carry-on with another slight emergency change of something. So it might be a pair of sweatpants, something that's another shirt. It's always something because I always feel like something's going to happen. At least I got to change an outfit.
Yeah.
So everything else, I'll figure that out. My cords and all that type of stuff, I'll take that stuff with me. But yeah.
Oh, and I gotta get get a converter and shit because I want we need to check because that's the one thing is we're staying in Marriott properties, and
but they usually have well, no, I guess they would have. They usually have.
Well, we can call the hotels and be like, "What kind of plugs do you have?"
Well, yeah, that's true too. But I mean, listen, it ain't gonna hurt to bring one. So it's cool.
Well, I'm going to bring. I was planning to bring an adapter and like a power strip.
You usually bring like a cube or whatever that you have,
Yeah. But so we'll check what the hotel says, and I also need to get the battery that goes on the back of the phone that'll allow me to charge, because we'll be out and about all day, so I want to be able to have charges. So
listen, I the only thing I plan on doing with my phone is taking pictures. That's it.
Me too, but just a lot of pictures, and this shit don't last but for so long.
She pretty good.
Right. All right, love. Well, I've had a lovely evening. I hope you have had a lovely evening too.
Yes. I did. And next week we'll be talking about the Cannes Film Festival or Cannes Film Festival. I don't know why.
Film Festival and Pride.
And
Black Pride.
Yeah, we will probably talk about that next week. Yeah, we will. I have a feeling. I'm
ready.
So, but anyway, ladies, gentlemen, sibs, theys, thems, and others, I am saying thank you all for tuning in, because we definitely appreciate you tuning in. Please remember that if you like the show, please like and subscribe and share it with others. It's right at the bottom. You can click like, share, subscribe. You get the notifications. You know what's going on. We definitely appreciate it. We know you can be doing 18,000 other things. Like I could be washing clothes myself. Matter of fact, I gotta take a load out the dryer, but I'm gonna do some more. But we definitely appreciate you spending time with us this evening. And that's it for me. I don't want to have it.
That's it for me too. And so we'll end by saying thank y'all for coming out. God bless you and good night. Bye.